The second tenet, give to others complete responsibility for everything they say, do, and feel. The responsibility is all theirs. This is really, both of the first two tenets together are the very essence of basics of boundary setting. And they have to be set, the boundaries need to be set in here first, before I can negotiate or, I don't know, say stop, or, well, you can do other things. But to best master boundary setting, it starts here. What's really, once again, interesting here, obviously they're responsible for their actions, for their statements, but for their own feelings. And that's an interesting thing, because there's two sides of that coin that can go really awry. One is where they blame, someone blames me for their feelings. I may say something and somehow it lands on their perception and their beliefs, and they take offense at it. They feel hurt by it. Who knows what happens? And right away they blame me for it. They don't just tell me, wow, I feel this way now. That's interesting, out of curiosity. But they're blaming me. Well, no, those are your feelings. And they might not understand that. You might have to somehow, hopefully, graciously say, well, I get that. And without buying into it yourself and falling into that trap of taking responsibility or taking that blame. At the other side of it is, and I was raised with a lot of codependent tendencies, is where I'm already set up to be responsible for their happiness. If they're sad, if they're worried, if they're troubled, any one of a number of things, maybe I just go out of my way to try to entertain them, try to pull them out of it, try to, it's like, oh, it's my job. And it's really not. It doesn't mean I'm not compassionate or don't have empathy. It might be just fine to say something to someone and to cheer them up. But there's a different energy when you really feel that you're, or have a sense that you're personally responsible for how they feel. It's a trap. So a compassionate act is wonderful, but to be hooked with this notion that I'm responsible to make others happy or whatnot, that's just over the top, and it doesn't produce a good result for yourself or for them. So it can be really important to sort of have a little distance, or even sometimes, especially, disconnect from the responsibility for another's feelings. And if you have it balanced beautifully, you can disconnect around responsibility, me being responsible for their feelings, while continuing to care and have empathy for them. The art is to show compassion without falling into taking responsibility for their emotions or their emotional well-being.